Should be live.
Perfect. I got you pulled up too. I was waiting. Yeah.
All right.
Can't get a bigger desk.
All right. We're live. You ready?
I think so.
It's
The map's not supposed to be spawned in yet, right?
right. Yeah, I don't have the
Okay.
map quite ready.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Let's see if this works. I just wasted a roll.
Was it a good one?
It was a 19.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
I do like the breakdown. I like the breakdown they added.
Yes, I do too. I think
There's
it
a lot of
looks way easier to read.
yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Cardin Thornwood. You making your approach as you start off as we start this campaign or rather this session one with yours. You see Cardin Thornwood, this paladin figure. He's in his general vestments. You see that he's got a large greatsword with a shield kind of fixated to his back as he's approaching. He's in this familiar Hall of Judgments where you've been training here for a year to be a part of the Order of Ogma, part of this order that is defined by justice and keeping people safe and just protecting and caring for those that maybe couldn't always care for themselves. And you're in this stone cathedral headquarters of this order in the city of Calvaset. And you see these familiar cold braziers that are burning this pale blue flame. Banners with a shield and a fist across it to just to always show that this is the Order of Ogma, this presence that you're in. You see them that they're hung from vaulted ceilings, these banners. As you approach, you find yourself getting to the front of this hall in front of some of your superiors before you fall to one knee and you wait. You see the familiar High Adjudicator Marin, who comes before you. Cardin, you've studied our doctrines for nearly a year. Now you will serve them. There's been a disturbance reported in the outskirts of the ruins of Greybarrow. Something's frightening the locals. Livestock are vanishing. People are hearing voices. You're going to investigate on your own. Rather, you will have two soldiers join you. As you watch as these two young soldiers kind of approach you, appearing to have long swords at their hip. They're dressed up in what looks like probably some simple maybe chainmail. It's hard to tell as you're trying to be respectful. These two soldiers step forward and assume kind of a position of just not really authority, but just out of respect. They stand there and wait to be dismissed. Um, he tells you, no other paladin will join you this time. None of your other superiors will be with you. This will be a test. You shouldn't run into any problems, but you will report what you find and report it back to us. These two soldiers here will make sure to document your progress. They'll make sure that they're gonna document everything, and that includes the integrity of your work. They will not act unless you fail to. You watch as Marin kind of stands before you and holds out this parchment and kind of almost like ushers you to stand up.
So I stand up. I just ruffle, tighten up my black vestments, shoulder length to regulation. Stand up, grab this parchment from him. Thank you, High Adjudicator. And I come back and I don't even look at it. I just stand like shoulder width apart, hands behind my back, waiting for more orders or to be dismissed, to show that equal respect.
Absolutely. He hands you this parchment that's got it's been stamped with the seal of the order, and he looks at you once further, kind of nods his head. Go. Return before the next moon waves in just 2 days. Wanes in just 2 days. Prove your worth.
By his light.
Kind of turns and walks away, giving you a dismissal signal. The two soldiers in front of you kind of relax their shoulders, and they begin to kind of just walk past you out of the hall as you follow closely behind. These are soldiers that you have seen before in this hall at this headquarters. They're typically you've seen them before. They're typically just guarding the local like they're just like local security almost. They keep this place somewhat safe, and they go out on missions like this often, whether it's to train other paladins in training, or maybe it's to just be part of this presence that when they're traveling to and fro. So you've seen these guys before, and you recognize one of them as Sergeant Halvin. He is older, and you would know him to be kind of more seasoned and quite blunt when speaking to him. And then the other one is someone that is relatively new to the scene here, and that is Sergeant Lyra. She appears to be more younger and quiet. You both begin to kind of travel outside of the hall until you find your way out of the building. And it's here that you almost look up again to just see the huge hall of judgments, the headquarters itself. You know, throughout there's so much more. There's the sanctuary, there's the underground section here, but all of this now is not really as important as it is completing your first mission. As you make your way outside, Halvin kind of approaches and kind of make sure he looks okay for you, and as he looks at you, he says, don't take it personally. First missions always get a pair of eyes. The Order doesn't care if you swing a blade straight. They care if they uphold the rules while you do it.
I understand. I'm here to follow the rules, Sergeant. You don't have to worry about that. Whatever the Order believes is necessary for us to do in order to complete the mission, I am here for the cause.
Like he said, there's not much to look for, but we are going to investigate the ruins at the Grey Barrow, so it's only about a day away. We should be able to get there in due time.
Is there any information you can tell me about the Grey Barrows on the way?
It's torn down a long time ago. There's not much left to it. A lot of people nearby in a local village tend to go there to respect some of the dead and whatnot. It's almost become more of a burial site than it is anything else now. It gives me an eerie feeling, but hopefully there's nothing more to it than that.
I'll go ahead and I'll pull out, and hopefully not in a disrespectful way, but I'm just going to read, just make sure the parchment actually says, everything. It just says just the orders. It
Yeah.
says go to Grave Arrows. It's just that.
Yeah, and it's got the seal of approval in case you're asked or
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was
anything like
getting at.
that.
It's like, yeah, it's like a proclamation type thing, like official orders.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, I'll tuck that.
Yeah. You would
All
know
right.
that this is typically could even get you into places that you're normally not allowed to get into,
Right.
just on this business. So yeah, you took that away, and Halvin looks at you. Well, I think it's best time we get going. Kind of looks up at the sun. It's only been morning for just a couple hours, so we should have plenty of time to maybe get there at nightfall. If not,
Let's make haste.
first thing in the morning for sure.
Let's make haste.
Absolutely. You watch as they turn and you head to uh, the stables that it's not Calvisette's stables, but your order kind of owns their own like small stockyard and stables, and so you head to this familiar location and you find a horse, and Calvin and Lyra both also get on one of the horses. This horse is not familiar to you. It's not a horse that you own, but you've been taught to learn how to ride a horse and how to guide a horse, and so this is really not a problem for you. Um, However, as you do approach the horse, it does seem to be a little ruffled up.
Right.
This is, horses typically they're just standing there waiting. This one seems a little bit nervous. You could choose to find another horse, or you could investigate this one. What would you like to do?
Is there anything around? Can I just do like a dot? I don't want to approach the horse yet, but is there anything around or in the
Uh,
area? Like, is it seeing something? Is it hearing something? Is it just like uncomfortable? Does it look restless?
yeah, make an investigation check.
Okay, that is.
First roll.
Of course, I told you I wasted that roll off screen. That's a 7.
Okay, so you notice this horse is just a little bit reckless or restless, and it is seemingly kind of shaking its head up and down often. It's ruffling itself. The rest of the horses nearby seem to be pretty, you could say, chill. They're not doing much. You take a moment to look around and you don't see anything else, and you hear Halvin kind of call out to you, "Let's get a move on. We don't have all day."
I'm gonna see. I'll take off. Open my I have rations for the trip. I'm gonna open up some of the tin, take a little bit of the food out, and put my hand out to the horse to see if it'll maybe calm down.
Uh,
And if that doesn't work, I want to check its bridle, see if maybe like, the bridle might be a little too tough. If it does have one,
yeah. Do an animal handling check.
it's a +0, but it's better. It's an 18.
Perfect. You walk up to the horse, you hand out some rations, and you see that it willingly takes it and eats on it, and you notice that right away it seems to help with just kind of the attitude and the feeling, the emotional feelings that this horse has. Checking the bridle, it seems like it's on perfect. You're not sure. The saddle looks fine as you kind of get in closer and you kind of inspect the rest of the horse. There doesn't seem to be any cuts to it or
Nothing.
any sort of sabotage or anything.
Nothing wrong with its hooves or anything like that. No spurs. No nothing.
No, yeah, no, everything looks fine.
All right. Well, but it seems like it's calmed down.
Yeah, after feeding it and kind of maybe petting it just a little bit, it seems to have calmed down.
All right. Well, let's. Sergeant Halvin, do you know what this one's name is?
Kind of looks over. I'm afraid I don't, I guess. Looks like maybe one of the newer ones. Why don't you give it a name?
Of course. You're gonna slowly just start petting it, and what is it? Did you say? I'm sorry. Did you say what it looked like?
No, it is just kind of this. After he says younger horse, you can kind of tell maybe it is a little bit younger, but still a full adult horse. It's brown,
Hmm.
and it's got a long mane. Uh, it doesn't really look that much different than probably a normal horse.
Right.
There has really no special indications of it. I mean, it looks very plain. There's no like, it's all the way down to its hooves. It's just like this very, I guess you could say lovely brown, but
Right.
other than that, nothing too special about it.
Right. Gonna look at it, keep slowly petting him. Like, do you want to get out of here? And I'm just gonna like ask it if it wants to basically, you want to go on a ride? You want to go on a trip?
It kind of nudges its head, kind of seeming to accept
Perfect. I'm not gonna
accept
name
you.
it yet, but I'll go ahead and start like throwing the saddle on, and I'll go ahead and basically start getting ready to leave.
Yeah. All right. You kind of get prepped to leave, and uh, by the time you're done, you're ready to kind of mount your horse. It seems like Halvin and Lyra quickly have mounted their
Hmm.
horses, and kind of getting the feel of riding the horse right before both of them kind of look to you to see where you're at with yours.
Hmm.
Would you like to mount?
Yeah, let's do it. Mount it up.
Yeah, you.
Give him a little. Make sure the bridle's still good, and let's let's start walking out.
All right, you do so. You climb up on the horse, no problem. It seems to accept you, and it seems to uh, uh, even maybe respect you as it allows you on, and you now have control of this horse. Um, you see Halvin kind of give you a smile, and he's like, "All right, let's head for the gates." And he begins to kind of lead the way for a moment before you hear Lyra, "Halvin, it's not our mission." And he kind of looks back.
I'm just kind
Right.
of in the back, just kind of differential, just not disrespecting, but when he does say that, I just give a nod to Sergeant Lyra, and then I'll just go ahead and just like kick up to the front and lead us to the gate.
Okay. You do so with Halvin and Lyra behind you, following. You make your way all the way to the gate, and you are basically, as you get to the front of the gate, you see that this is probably one of the busier parts of the city at this. Normally at this time of day, since it's early morning, it's not terrible, but it is starting to pick up. You can kind of see on the road just ahead that there are some wagons coming in and wagons coming out, and there are groups of people they're preparing their journeys for the ones that maybe hadn't left already. You see some local guards and things that you're familiar with. But other than that, nothing out of the ordinary here. All underneath you is all dirt, just from the traveling in and out. Um, it's a beautiful day. It's almost complete blue skies. The wind is probably just nothing but a slight breeze. You
Hmm.
really couldn't ask for a better day. Um, you begin
Glory to Agma.
you begin to travel outside of the gate, heading to the ruins of Grey Barrow. Your limited knowledge on this tells you that this was once a village or maybe a small town that, for whatever reason, went into some sort of poverty or something, and they had to tear it down. It went into ruins. Um, it just didn't make it, and so you're going to be there to check. Normally, you've heard about this town before. You've never heard about any problems or anything really to investigate until
Hmm.
now. Some of the livestock that some people have, or rather, like wild game and things like that, a lot of people will come by this town because it is kind of situated close to a small forest, you could say. And so a lot of people will come and uh, hunt for wild game, or they tend to find other just like wild animals that they'll try to tame and bring in. So um, you make your way on the road. As you do, uh, Lyra kind of speaks up, probably an hour after you leave. I've read your file. You've scored really high in discipline. Um, You'll do fine on this. Just try not to be a hero.
I'm just here to do whatever Ogma decides. We're here for his glory. If this is where he wants us to go, we are here to help spread his word to the people and keep our word to the people and protect them.
Absolutely. There's nothing to worry about. Um, you've got this.
Thank you.
Kind of hear Halvin. He kind of laughs a little bit, but you see Halvin. He kind of laughs at that, and he's like, "Yeah, you got this. It's not a problem at all."
I
And it almost
feel
comes
like
out
that's what,
sarcastically.
yeah, I'm like, let's not wish us too much good luck. Let's try not to spit in the face of chance.
There is no reply from Halvin. You continue traveling until you start to get kind of towards this. Um, you could say it's somewhat of a valley. You're starting to enter some more like a forested area as you're getting closer to your evening. Um, as you do, it seems like the birds are falling silent,
Mm-hmm.
and the breeze that you once had is almost coming to a still. Um, and as you walk, I want you to make a perception check.
Okay. So that's also +0. Dun, dun, dun. 9.
Okay. You begin to walk around, or not walk around. I'm sorry. You begin to listen and look around, and these almost all of a sudden, just where you're at, just it um feels a little uneasy to you.
Mm-hmm.
The soldiers that are with you don't seem. You may look back once or twice. They seem to be normal. And as you're contemplating this and you're looking around, your vision almost blurs for a second. Uh, it was weird. That doesn't happen to you. And you take a moment to almost refocus your vision. There's like a scraping whisper. It's quiet, and you're not able to make out what you thought you heard.
I turn to look at Sergeant Halpin and Sergeant Lyra to see if they. I go. I don't say anything, but I point to them my ear like as a motion like, do you hear that? And like just kind of point into like the far direction.
Both of them kind of look at you, puzzled, a little confused. They shake their heads no.
Does it? Yeah, I know I rolled a 9. I don't understand what it said or hear what it said, but is that I'm able to tell semi of a direction.
No, not really,
Okay.
actually.
Okay. And this is just starting out, right? We're not even near Barrowwood yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Or Great Barrows.
Right, yeah, yeah. You're not there quite yet. You're getting close though. You
Okay.
know you're close because you've kind of entered this foresty area. So, you continue to travel, knowing that you've got maybe a couple hours of daylight left, and it'll probably take you about another maybe 30 minutes before you kind of get through to the kind of the first like the opening to Grey Barrow, which
Right.
is just that small ruined village. Um, you kind of make your way there, and as you finally get through kind of this forested area for a moment, uh, you see the ruined village of Grey Barrow. You see just from what from where you're currently at, you see that it seems to be swallowed up by just vines and small trees and things like that. There is, however, a single farmhouse that you can see that still looks to be in decent shape.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you do actually see a couple people who are here walking about.
So we're basically close enough. Is it still a lot of distance to cover, like to go in, or
No, no, you could probably make your way in about 5 to 10 minutes.
okay. Even on foot?
Uh, on foot, maybe 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just dismount real quick and take my horse over to a tree and loop it around a tree branch
Mhm.
before I catch the other people's attention, and just kind of go, "Good evening.
One of
I am
the
a paladin of Agma. We're here on official orders. I am looking for somebody who might be an authority figure to speak to.
uh,
We heard there's some trouble in the area.
there's none of that here. No authority. We've just kind of taken up living here. You see that there's almost like a depression on their face. There's nightmares here. I wouldn't stay long unless you're used to those. Lights in the hills, some sort of floating object or something that always shows up on our peripherals. Some of our chickens that we brought with us, they were almost deathly pale when we found them.
As if they were almost dead or losing blood or sick,
They were dead.
confirmed,
Yeah, they were dead.
but they were moving.
No, they just chickens don't normally look like that.
Right. So they were on the ground dead, and you found them.
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Is it? Excuse me again. We're here to help. We're trying to do our best to remedy the situation that is per our orders, per our agreement with this area. Uh, can you please point the direction? Is it further down? Does it happen close to your home? Do you just go out into your farm and at any point it could be in random directions that you're seeing these things?
Just happens all over, and not every day, just randomly. But he kind of points to the farmhouse. We've been staying in there, next to that farmhouse, putting some of the animals and such that we've got in there. So
And have they been getting sick from have they been getting sick from being in there
I don't think
or
so.
dying from in there?
I don't think so, but I guess it's possible.
Would you mind if I go take a look around?
Yeah, you can go take a look around. Although nightfall's coming quickly, may not be a bad idea for you to rest.
I will take it under advisement, thank you, but the light of Ogma will protect us, and I hope the light of Ogma protects you. And then, as I say that, I am going to put a gold coin into the man's hand and just say, "I hope this serves you well."
Thank you. Kind of puts it in his pocket. As you do so, you want to go to the. Would you like to
Yeah,
go
I
to
want
the?
to kind of take. I just kind of want to take a lay of the land around close by and just see, see what's going on. And I know it's more like you said, uh, the high, the high adjudicator Marion had said, it's like voices or visions or whatever. I just want to kind of see if there's like, I just want to walk around and just take a second, lay of the land, making my way toward the farmhouse.
Sure. Yeah, you start to do that, and as you do, you 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 know that this place is. I mean, it looks pretty well like ruined. Um, it's not in great shape at all. Uh, you're kind of surprised that there are even people that are trying to make a living here.
Right.
Um, but in any case, you kind of begin to check around, and there's a moment as you're checking, you feel a lot of pressure kind of build up uh, in your head, or even
Hmm.
like right behind your eyes. It feels like
Does it feel like when I feel that? Does it feel like unnatural?
it's hard to say. It does come on fairly quickly, and yet it just feels. It almost does kind of feel sudden to you.
Right. If it happens, like if it happens multiple times, like is it just the one time, or is like as I'm walking around it, like it's like spurts?
It seems like so far it's only just happened that once,
Okay,
but it almost lingers, like
okay,
coming and going.
right. If I feel it happen again, I'm gonna cast Divine Sense
Sure.
just for the next 10 minutes. I just want to see if I can see the location of awareness to detect celestials, fiends, and undead, and I know the location of any creature with those types within 60 feet of myself and the creature's type. And then I also within my radius, my 60 feet radius, I can detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
Okay.
So I want to kind of just like go like, Father, help me, and then just cast that divine sense
Yeah.
and just see. I'll channel divinity, divine sense.
Okay. So you're gonna wait. Are you wanting to wait and do that if you feel it again, or just go ahead and do it now?
If it was like if it's gonna be lingering, if it before I even like said it, like if it's kind of already gone, I just want to kind of like okay,
Okay.
that was weird, just like with my eyes vision. But as I'm walking around again, if it hits me at any time, yeah, I'm gonna immediately cast because again that usually doesn't happen. Uh, Great day and everything like that. Yeah, I'll probably just see if it happens again. Just boom, immediately cast divine sense.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, you feel it kind of lingering for a while to the point where you start to feel like, okay, it's time to maybe cast Divine Sense.
Yeah.
Um, and you do so. And as you do, you immediately kind of begin to scan the area. And you take a moment to just uh, to just sit and think. Um, you do feel like you do kind of feel like there is some sort of evil about.
Hmm.
You're not exactly sure like where it's coming from. You look in all directions and it's just feels like it's almost everywhere. It's not strong
Right.
to you. It's actually fairly weak. It feels.
And it just feels everywhere, just like all around me.
Yeah, yeah. It just kind of feels like it's everywhere.
Well, for those next 10 minutes, as I keep walking toward the farmhouse or wherever, if I've already looked at the farmhouse, I'm gonna kind of go and kind of use it as like a sonar,
Sure.
right, and see if it gets stronger in one direction.
Yeah, yeah. You walk all the way around the farmhouse and you can almost smell it like that noxious odor of evil.
Hmm.
Um, Yet it never seems to get stronger. It seems to be pretty under your radar, almost under your radar. It's not very strong, and yet it lingers with you everywhere you go. It almost stays the exact same.
And okay, I guess we'll just keep. I'm gonna look over Lyra and Halvin and see how what. I know they're just watching, but it's like, are they just? They're just chilling. They're just watching. They're doing nothing.
It seems like Lyra is she's kind of watching you, and it looks like she's got some sort of paperwork, and she seems to maybe be documenting whatever you're doing, or either the ruins or something. But she's currently watching you, and then Halvin seems to be picking up what looks like old branches and things like that. Maybe he's preparing to set up a campfire.
Right. All right. Well, I'm gonna kind of look, and it wasn't said like a specific region of the Great Barrows. Like we
Yeah,
don't. It's not like we're not supposed to go further. We're supposed to go like
yeah. Just here and kind of investigate and see what you can find, and then you can return. That was kind
well,
of your orders. So you
right.
investigate till you feel like you've done enough.
Is it still light out?
It is pretty much like dusk at this point.
Gotcha. Is there? Can I go into the? Can I go ahead and go into the farmhouse and look around there, or
Sure.
did I technically already do that when I was walking around with the divine sense?
Yeah, if you wanted to go in there, you could.
Sure.
Yeah, you kind of go in there and you're hit with kind of the smell of animals, cows, chickens, things like that. However, it's not super strong. There's not a whole lot in there.
Hmm.
You do smell some hay and things like that, so it's not pleasant, but it's nothing that you're not used to. You kind of walk around and you do see some of the chickens that were described to you. They're this like deathly pale.
Right.
Their feathers are almost like falling out uh, just around its body. This chicken, looking at it, hasn't been here long, but it does look very odd the way that it's dead, like losing all of its color and its feathers the way that it is.
And there's no like puncture holes or anything like that on it. Like there's just it's just a very pale chicken. There's nothing like no signs of struggle, no signs of death, no signs of like abrasions.
Yeah, no, there's nothing. It just seems like yeah, there's no sort of outwardly looking wounds to it. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like a farmer took care of it or anything. Like it just looks like it died.
Right.
Uh, doesn't seem like it's been killed to your eyes.
Right. All right, well, get up, dust myself off. I do find it strange that they're keeping a dead chicken in here. Like they're kind of I'm worried that they're worried about containment or contamination or anything of their animals, but it's not that's not my business. I'll go ahead and leave, and I'm gonna keep walking around as long as I can. I'll keep going further down until I'm told by either Lyra or Halvin, or if they don't tell me, I'll just keep investigating. If it gets too dark, I'll go ahead and touch my glove if that's possible, and just say, "Give me light," and I'll cast light to kind of use it, put it in front of my on my hand to kind of like help me see better
Yeah.
if it does get too dark.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. It starts after dusk. It starts getting dark pretty quickly, and you hold your hand out and kind of create this light to help guide your way. Looking around, you see like a lot of the old dilapidated housing and stuff that used to be here. You see a few other people that are just kind of walking about, but most people seem like there's no people aren't holding torches or anything. These people are just like slowly like making their way wherever it is
Mhm.
that they're going. Um, and you're actually approached by one individual, another younger man who looks at you. He almost like kind of grabs your shoulder and taps it a little bit. Kind of looks at you. Hey, I don't know who you are, what you're doing, but you might want to consider going to sleep soon. Um, it's just things get weird sometimes here at night.
That's what I'm here for. I'm a paladin of Agma. We've been sent here to help solve this disturbance and to keep y'all protected from whatever may be harming you.
Okay, but things still get weird here at night. Um,
Like what? Like
I
what? I've heard it's some visions that I see some lights. That your chickens. I've seen one of your chickens are pale. Can you give me any more like information by chance?
uh, yeah, all of that, and well, so there's been some people that like came here with us and decided to try to live here. They just have disappeared. Um,
Do you know what direction they might have disappeared, or they just left in the
just
middle of the night? And
they're just gone in the middle of the night. I don't know. And then there's things that it feels like you almost see them when they're not there, and I just don't recommend traveling around out here too long. It seems like it's fine if you just settle down.
well, I'm not here to sadly settle. I'm here to help solve this issue. So, but thank you for the warning.
Yeah. He kind of turns away from you and briskly kind of walks away.
Yep. He looked normal.
He looks normal. I mean, he had
Okay.
baggy eyes, like deep dark circles. It looks like he hasn't slept in a long time, but
Right.
you almost detected like fear in his voice.
Hmm.
You could continue to kind of investigate and like walk around and see if anything pops up.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that. I have an idea. I don't know if it's silly or not. Like that's me thinking it. And I don't know if Cardin's gonna be thinking it, but like, uh, Yeah, we'll just keep walking around investigating, kind of see what people are kind of also trying to pay attention to what people are doing, see if they're how quickly everyone's trying to get to their places to rest.
Yeah. Yeah, you take a look. There's not a lot of people living here. After that guy, you see maybe three or four other people, and none of them are like they don't seem like they're in a hurry. Like people are walking. Um,
Hmm.
you every now and then can kind of hear what sounds like the creaking of a door shutting or something like that, but it just seems deathly quiet.
Right.
It seems still. You haven't heard any like birds. You haven't heard like it's almost you're feeling like it's almost unnaturally quiet here. Like not even the animals that you interacted with earlier were making any noises.
Okay. Hmm.
There's a moment as you're investigating that you almost get like a shiver up your spine.
And I can't tell anything like because I don't want to use another divine sense because everything it's just the same general. It was just the same general feeling of foreboding, right?
Yeah. You do notice a campfire kind of goes up not too far from you. It's not back the way where Halvin and Lyra were, but there does seem to be a fire that lights up. Probably just not probably 30 seconds to a minute of walk away. He kind of just briskly kind of comes up, and you can kind
Hmm.
of see the silhouette of a figure there.
And that Lyra and Halvin are not close to me.
At this point, they're not. It seems like you remember Halvin was probably working on getting his own campfire set, maybe.
Yeah.
But right now, you look back, you don't see Halvin or Lyra uh, within your sight.
Right. Well, I'm here to do a job. It's not my fault if they can't observe, so I'm just going to turn and go toward that other campfire.
Yeah. You approach and you find an older, probably middle-aged man who seems to have just gotten it kind of going. And he kind of looks up at you as he's kind of squatted over and he's kind of tending to it, stoking it, throwing what looks like leaves and stuff, trying to just keep it going.
Hmm.
And then he'll throw in like a couple twigs and branches. He kind of looks up at you. Well, have a seat.
Yeah,
It
thank you.
gets cold at night.
Do you need help or anything like that? I'll go ahead and extinguish my light since we got a fire going. I have tinder and rations if you would like to share.
No, no, I'm fine. Just getting ready for whatever happens tonight.
Have you have you been awake when something like this happens, or are you like with everyone else? You just go to sleep and then the changes happen in the morning.
I sometimes I stay up and other times I find somewhere to go. I've heard about everything though. So, what's your name?
I am Paladin in training Thornwood. What is yours?
Uh, you don't really need to know mine.
I would like to know yours. Everyone deserves to have another name. People
Yes.
deserve to be remembered.
Don't worry about it. Uh, Living in a place like this, it probably says a lot about me.
I think a person's a person. It doesn't matter where you live. It depends on how you live your life and how you hold yourself accountable.
You sound very smart.
I do try to do very well in my studies.
Well, I take it you're staying probably here somewhere tonight.
Yes.
Ugh. I wouldn't blame you if you left in the middle of the night. This place gets unnerving sometimes.
That's what I've heard. But again, we've been sent here to do a mission, and by Ogma, where we are going to complete it. If I have to stay up all night watching, I will.
As you're having this conversation, something you notice that like the campfire almost like shifts, like the actual flames that are coming up. There's no wind, but it almost seems as if it's like blowing, like shifting.
like shifting in a certain direction, or just
Seems like almost like not towards you, but kind of off to your side. You kind of
right?
even feel the heat almost come up to you um, as you're having this conversation.
You know what? I'm just fucking. I'm gonna blow another divine sense.
Okay.
Yeah, just to see.
Yeah. Yeah, you start to take a moment and as you're having this conversation, just really focus once again and try to sense what's going on. The evil that you smelled earlier is a stronger, but it doesn't seem like you're looking at this individual, and it doesn't seem like it's coming from him.
Right.
Doesn't seem like it's coming again. It's all around you. However, there's almost the stronger sense of smell before it dies down again. It dies down to uh, quickly to just a very like low kind of feeling. It's not super strong.
Was I able to was I able to tell with that like which direction it might have been that was felt stronger, or is it just like a it hit me like more of a pulse all around and then it died?
Yeah, like a pulse kind of.
Okay, and with my divine sense, I couldn't tell if the ground or this area has been desecrated at all or anything like that.
It doesn't seem like it. You can see that this guy probably had worked here, drug some wood up here, and this kind of just little hilly spot, you could say, next to a couple other buildings that appear to be well worn down and dilapidated. Um, Nothing seems out of the ordinary, you could say. It's hard to
Hmm.
tell with it being night and but nothing besides the fact that like the fire was doing what the fire was doing.
Right.
And
Oh,
even
I'm
some of
starting.
the unnerving feelings that you've had, and even just you're able to kind of discern that there's something going on here for sure.
Yeah, I feel like I'm about to die in a horror movie. I'm ready to make another character. And I'm just gonna kind of just sit and talk with the old man for a bit and just like keep paying attention, kind of look in the fire. If the fire does something again, I'll kind of try to look in the direction maybe of where the fire was like pointing it or something, like see if I see anything, or just kind of just keep an eye out to see if anything other strange things might happen.
Yeah, within probably a minute or two after you use the divine sense, and you're focusing on these things, you feel another pulse. However,
Well,
this
so my
is
divine sense is still active
yeah, yeah.
during all the. That's sick. Okay, good. Sorry, I thought we had fast forward like 10 minutes of
No, no, no,
the.
no.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. While you're
perfect.
sitting here and this divine sense is going, you feel this pulse again. However, it's strong, and as soon as it does, and you kind of get this feeling, you you almost feel a presence of something,
Hmm.
uh, and then you start to feel almost like s- like like something is tapping on your head, almost like as you're sitting there and you feel this evil is kind of really washing over you, or not washing over you, but you really just feel it like it's very strong,
Hmm.
um, and it's almost like a scratch on your head. You can almost feel it, but it's not on your head. It almost feels like it's inside of your head, like a claw that's tapping on glass. It almost feels like
Right.
you feel it, and then you hear. You judge, yet you do not see.
Hmm.
Immediately begin to feel a metallic taste in your mouth.
And nothing seems to be around me or anything like that, and that the old man hasn't changed. He seems normal.
Yeah, you take a moment to look around, and the old man's stoking the fire, and he just threw another log on. It looks like, and he kind of does one of these, and he's like, "Oh, it's getting cold," and as he says that, yeah, it abruptly got cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak back in celestial just for fun, since it's one of my languages, just to see and just see if see if he responds. I I judge by the dictations of my god Ogma. In Ogma's presence, I command you to come out and speak. Let us settle this matter.
As soon as you say that, your vision almost pulses white for a moment. And then during that moment, you almost live there for just a little longer than normal. You see this harsh image, a vast silhouette of something that looks, it's hard to tell, almost like all of these um, eyes that like start to pop up everywhere. Um, you see these kind of these chains almost that seem to be coming off pillars, and it's wrapped around something that's large and spherical. You hear a distant and guttural laugh. And then it's gone. That vision just disappears. And then you kind of come out of it for a second. The sense of evil begins to
Hmm.
quickly just come down to just almost like a low hum to you. The man you kind of see as you kind of come out of it, he's looking at you. And he's like, "Are you okay?"
Yes, I am fine, thank you. And I'll like put my finger in my mouth to make sure I'm not bleeding. Actually, like when I taste the metal, like is there actual blood or anything like that, or is it just the feeling of metal?
Yeah, it's just, there's no blood. It just whatever that was, it just was some sort of taste.
Right. And you said it was a tree with like shackles all around it.
Yeah, you had seen some kind of chains that were coming from pillars in this vision, and they were wrapped around something that was large and spherical.
Have you talking to the stranger? Have you seen anything that has like a large spherical structure, maybe with pillars
Mm,
in this area?
no, I don't think so. He's kind of looking around to see if there's anything he could see. I don't think so.
Nowhere in the Gray Barrows.
Not to my knowledge. If there were anything, it's probably long gone.
Well, thank you for your time. I need to talk with my associates, but please be careful and keep yourself warm tonight.
Absolutely. You as well. He
I'm
kind
gonna
of
go ahead and
turns back to his fire.
I'll go ahead and cast light on myself again and try to make my way back to Sergeant Lyra and Halvin.
Yeah. You make your way back, and you see that Halvin has kind of got a fire structured, and Lyra was a little further away from him, kind of waiting for you to return from wherever you came from. And once she sees you, she kind of gestures to get your attention to make sure that you saw them, and she kind of turns and heads over to the fire.
As I approach, I'll go ahead and sit down and just kind of look at them and go. So during my evaluation, I'm supposed to pretend that neither of you are here, or am I allowed to ask for advice and help in certain for questioning?
Can you say that one more time?
So I'm going to ask Halvin and Lyra. Uh, am I supposed to pretend that neither of you are here and you're strictly observers, no matter what happens, as I was told, or am I allowed to ask you for advice or questions?
Lyra kind of looks at you and answers first. Oh, you can absolutely ask for help or questions or advice. We probably, we won't act unless we need to, really. So we could help if you need help. It's really a matter of just competence and you know, not really perfection. Halvin kind of looks over. Yeah, you can help. You can ask for help.
I've used my divine sense a couple times already tonight, and there is something here. I can't find the direction, but when I was over there, and I point back toward uh, the fire's still there, right?
Yes, yeah, yeah. Well,
Like
the
that
one that
fire,
you came from, yeah, you can kind of
yeah.
see this bright.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll point back that direction and go. When I was using it my second time, I heard a voice and I was given a vision. Do either of you know any locations that would have a spherical structure with pillars with shackles? surrounding him,
You see both of them kind of think for a moment.
and many eyes.
Uh, Halvin looks at you. Are you are you stressed?
Everything I'm telling you, everything went white, and I heard a voice saying that I judge, but I do not see. And then I'm sorry, I was trying to remember everything else he had said, but I'll basically just exposition what Cardin had heard to them.
Hmm. After he hears this, Halvin speaks up first. You see, Lyra seems to be really thinking about it. Uh,
I commanded it in celestial, and that's when my vision went white.
I don't know. I don't understand. Sure, it's just maybe not some kind of tricks of the dark, or are you nervous? I mean,
I don't know what tricks of the dark would make my vision go white, or taste the metal in my mouth, or give me a headache and seeing this vision.
Lyra says, maybe we should just check the perimeter and just make sure.
I want
Halvin's
to venture forward. I would like to venture forward more to see if there's anything close to this structure. I don't know if this thing. I can't tell if this ground's been desecrated or not. It seems normal, but according to all these people, I don't know if something's attacking them in their dreams. I don't know if you guys have noticed the things on the people's eyes. They say they rest, but they don't look like they rest. Their eyes are sunken. They don't look. They're shuffling. I don't know if that's just because of their lifestyle here. Obviously, this place, sadly, we should be doing more to help these people, help them cultivate this land, help them get back on their feet. But I don't know if that's just from their life or if this thing is like doing something to them.
Halvin kind of looks back towards you and Lyra. Well, let's just write these things down, I guess, and don't really know what to say. I know oftentimes initiates on their first, or paladins on their first mission, they not always have the greatest, grandest first time. Uh, I'm sure maybe you've just got some stuff going on, and we're here to help, and everything's gonna be fine. Just let's just maybe we just need to rest. It is getting a little late. Lyra kind of looks over at him. You could tell that she doesn't necessarily maybe agree, like by her look.
Right.
But she just kind of looks back to you. If you
I mean,
feel
I
like we
look at
need to investigate, we certainly can. But Halvin does have a point about it getting like dark. It's gonna be hard to look for anything when it's really dark out here, and this village doesn't seem to have torches lit up or anything anymore. Maybe we can check first thing in the morning.
the only thing I'm worried about in the morning. This stuff only happens at night. In order to find out what's going on, I feel like we need to investigate in the night. And when I say that, I'm gonna go ahead and again like tap my chest, cast light. I'm gonna go and check the perimeter. If I am in charge, I would like you both to come with me. But if you guys would rather rest here, I'm not going to make you. But I am going to go check.
We follow your command.
Let's go.
Halvin kind of looks, and you can kind of hear him. Oh man! All right. He kind of gets a few of his things, and they start to follow you.
And then that light, I believe, is a 20-foot something. So light is a 20-foot radius. If it's bright light, and as it gets darker, I'm going to keep it kind of bright.
Okay.
And I just want to. I don't want us to split up really, but I want us to kind of fan out to where we're still able to be in earshot.
Yeah.
With each other, and I just want to kind of just walk around and see if I can find anything that might lead me closer to whatever I was seeing, or if like, if I get like the feeling, a smell, a taste, or something seems off. Are there any other animals out here during the night in like the woods here or anything like that, or are they all just over there in that? Those were the clutched animals that they had. Was all the ones in the farmhouse.
Okay. Yeah, you start to investigate, and Lyra and Halvin both kind of follow behind you, probably about 5 feet of distance, and they're both kind of looking around as well. And as you're going, at one point, nearby some kind of trees on the outer edge, maybe of this village, just kind of checking and looking around, you almost feel a pressure behind your head again, It comes a bit stronger this time. It almost causes you to pause for a moment. Um, and then you kind of are able to continue forward. It almost comes on like a strong migraine,
Right.
but you feel the pressure. And as you start to take a couple steps again, you hear, "Follow the chain. I am waiting." You hear this, uh, just almost like pound throughout your mind.
Right.
It's so loud that it almost sounded like uh, it was somebody in front of you.
And there's no chains around me, right? It's just nothing.
Yeah,
Just dark,
yeah.
whatever's around us. Okay. Give me a. I would just say to my kind of to myself, whatever. Not loud enough. Hopefully, Lyra and Halvin to hear. If you want to meet me so bad, give me a direction so I can find you.
You feel a moment uh, before your head begins to pound, almost like it's a hard headache. And you're starting to, your visions almost starts to blur as you're holding yourself forward. You're afraid to keep walking, for if you do, you're not even sure if you're going to be able to see what's in front of you.
Right.
You start to see another flash. You start to see dozens of these smaller points of light in front of you. You see these chains again. You hear like a tearing sound, like 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 reality is almost being ripped in half. And you find yourself like coming out of your vision, and you find yourself in the deeper in the woods than you were before.
Mm-hmm.
Take a moment, kind of regain your vision. Your head's pounding. You look around for a moment. You hear shouting in the distance, kind of back behind you. Cardin, where are you? Where did you go?
I'm over here.
Hear him kind of yelling, and a torch, or rather some kind of yeah, like a torch has been kind of lit, and you can kind of see it behind you, probably 100 feet. Uh, you kind of look back and you're calling out to them, and you see that the torch kind of comes in your direction, and then another pounding of your head and another flash. But this time you see nothing. It's dark, and you hear this voice again. Find the one who fled. He touched my dream. And you immediately come back out of it to almost fall to your knees. Right before you see what looked like on the ground. You immediately, coming out of your vision and out of your blurriness, you see before you, it seems like the ground has been displaced here, almost as if there's been kind of drag marks before you.
Is there a direction that the drag marks are going?
Seem to be going deeper into the woods.
Well, Cardin will probably think chains, drag marks make sense to me. Just I'm gonna keep going further, keep following,
Yeah, you
and then
start
just
to.
call back. I'm like, I'm over here. Just be careful. I'm going further in.
Yeah, this time you don't hear a response.
I'll just keep going. I still have light on as bright as I can, 20 foot radius. Uh, just hopefully so I can get nothing can get the drop on me, and just kind of I'm gonna say grab my just bow my head and just say, God, Agma, guide me, protect me in the dark, protect me against whatever this is, and then I'll just keep moving forward.
Yeah, you do so, and you quickly find uh, there's this. You quickly find this tree, and you notice there's these scratching marks, and it almost As you stand there and you look at that, it almost feels like you're being watched. You kind of take a moment to look all the way around. You don't know where that torch went. It seems to be gone. You feel like you're being watched. Yet at the same time, you feel like something wants you to follow these marks here.
Yeah, I'm going to keep following. I'm trying to investigate whatever I can as I look, just to see, does it feel like it's somebody's? Does it feel like I'm being watched from behind? Like, just, that feeling where like you always think like there's somebody in the corner of your eye, whatever. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah, that's
can't
what it
kind of
feels
see.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost feel like there's somebody behind you, and you look over your shoulder, and you look, and you don't see anybody. You shine your light even, and you don't see anything, but it just feels like it's weighing in on you. A cold wind kind of blows in now. You see needles from the nearby trees start to fall down in weird spirals, almost like unnaturally. You follow, and you start to kind of almost feel that pounding in your head again. And as it comes, you hear this voice again. Justice must walk in the dark before it can judge the shadows. Another image flickers into your mind. This time you feel as it does, you're forced down to a knee because you just almost can't hold yourself up. You see what looks like a prison door. You see some kind of crystal that's glowing. This kind of this weird orange, kind of this orange hue to it. And then a flicker again. You see the faces of people that you don't know. They're so fast, it's hard to get any real detail off of them.
Hmm.
You kind of come out of that again, and you find yourself right before you almost stop yourself right before what looks like a large collapsed sinkhole.
Is there anything on the ground, like a rock or
Yeah,
anything like that?
you actually nearby see what looks like some kind of a rope that has been
Okay.
tied around a nearby tree, and you see what looks like next to kind of the edge of this. There's some stone, and there appears to be a bunch of scrapes along the stonework. Um, I'll have you make an Arcana check at this point.
Okay. I am, because I should have done this from the beginning, because I'm an idiot. I'm learning. Uh, as I go down and start looking at the ground and everything like that again, I'll just close my eyes and clutch my holy symbol and just say, Agma, guide my steps, guide my vision, just guide me, and then I'll cast guidance.
Okay.
So there's a D4, I believe,
Yeah.
added on to whatever this is. And I don't know with roll 20 because it says I can like there was something going down where I can toggle, I think, guidance. So I don't know if this is gonna.
I think
So I
that's
just
like if you use it on your next spell or something, it gets added to it.
let's see because I can look at I can look at the details. Let's see if it gets added. So I'm gonna cast. You said Arcana.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's with that. That's with the guidance.
All right.
Jesus. Yeah. So a 9. I
Yeah.
rolled a 5, 3 in a guidance, and then my intelligence +1.
Okay. So you notice trying to focus on this. It's difficult with the circumstances that you're in and the difficulty to even focus right now. Um, but there's a twinge of some sort of magic that has come kind of over you that you're just now noticing. Um, it's
Like
not
cursed.
maybe not a curse, but it's whatever it is. It's strong, and as you're kind of detecting this, you immediately begin to feel like lightheaded. Um, as you do, you're kind of before. Were you wanting to kind of get before this rope? I didn't think you had mentioned about climbing down yet.
Well, I wanted to see if there was like any like loose rock because what I was gonna do is cast a light on the rock and toss it down to see kind of see how far it went and
Yeah,
see if there was like I could see anything because it's a 20 foot on anything, so like it should shine. I feel like pretty bright on the way down. I just want to kind of see if I can get a look to see what's going down. But that rope is going down into the sinkhole, correct?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Is can I do that? Can I cast
yeah.
light on a rock or something like that and just see?
Yeah, you're trying to shake off the lightheadedness. You take the light and attach it to a rock, and then you toss the rock. And as you do, as your vision's focused on this rock, your vision begins to blacken as you're watching for it. And as it does, that lightheadedness comes on extremely strong to the point where you almost have to naturally close your eyes, and you fall face forward. You feel yourself hit the ground, and there's a moment of nothing. As you
Whole
take a
new character.
moment,
Cool. Thanks.
you take a moment, and you start to feel yourself. Your body aches. Again, your eyes still closed. Your lightheadedness is still there. You start to kind of open your eyes. Vision's blurry. Kind of take a moment. Maybe rub your eyes. Look around. You feel the groundwork is stone. Kind of take a moment. You look up. There's bars in front of you. Kind of look around. There's stone walls that surround you. Look across, and there's a single pillar in the room that encompasses where you're currently at now. There's a single pillar that rises up. Take a moment, unsure of where you're at or what happened, and then you hear this voice. Ah, there you are. And that will be the end of the
No,
session.
no. These session zeros are too short. All right. I will make sure Rob gets gets his session going hopefully soon because I
Yeah.
want to play.
Yeah. Man.
That was good. Sorry if you had to like kind of hand feed me. I just honestly was like just kind of investigate this of that. So
No, no, I feel like I should apologize. It's hard because it's the first session, so
yeah,
it's almost I don't like to say this, but it's like pulling you to where we all need to be, you know? And
yes,
so but yeah. Um interesting. Cardin has found himself in an interesting place,
yes,
and he's received some crazy visions.
yeah, crazy.
So, man, it's very exciting.
That was good.
Yeah, did you like it? Was
I
it
did.
cool? Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I cannot wait. And I'm guessing if people have watched the other session zeros, this is where they're all in the prison, right? Where Rachel's character was too.
Yeah,
And
it
so this
seems
is kind
like
of
it.
like where we're all starting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
By chance, do I need to know? I was trying to write that information down, but do I need it? Can you send me any information like about like the one who fled or whatever like that? If I need to actually keep that in my notes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, really, it's just right now. It could be helpful to remember that. It could also not be. So,
Right. Right.
it's really kind of based on some other circumstances uh, that may get revealed to you and may not.
Right.
But yeah, you're as far as like your character would know, like, it's not really sure like what that meant.
Right.
So.
That's fine. Yeah. If you don't mind, just send that to me because I just want to write that down and keep that in my notepad. That whatever they had said to me. Can you write? Can you send me those what they had said?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
way I can kind of keep that in my notepad because I'm going to do better. Hopefully this laptop doesn't melt like it did in the beginning of the first campaign, right?
Yeah,
Because I was keeping
right.
really good notes, and then my my laptop melted, and I was like, well, there it is.
Dang.
So I'm gonna do better this campaign keeping notes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send you a lot of the stuff that the voice had said to you.
Yes, and I cannot wait, and I cannot wait to get Rob. I can't wait to see his character. Rachel's character is cool. Todd Boy's character is cool. Uh, and so far that's just us. It's just that's everybody, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. I think so.
cool.
So very cool. Heck yeah, man! I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
it's great.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
so good.
it's finally happening.
It's happening.
We're almost there. We just need one more piece.
Yeah, yeah. We just need to get Robin here, and then we'll get it
Yes,
done.
good.
We'll get started. We'll plan a time. So the first session I think is gonna be really cool. I'm really excited
Yeah,
for
me too. I will. You guys, once we decide the day, I will put that whole day down
it.
for whatever we need to do. We can play as long as we need to because it's been a minute,
Yeah, it
and I
has.
need some D&D.
Absolutely. Awesome. Okay. Well, I think that's all I got for you.
That's perfect. Great,
Cool.
great job as always, Matt.
Oh, absolutely. It was a pleasure.
Always.
Cool. All right. I'll see you
See you
when
in
I
that
see you
chat.
then.
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right. Cool.
Bye, bud.
See ya. All right, guys. Ooh, I don't need to leak all my messages. My multi-chat is kind of in a weird spot too. And I don't know why I'm on. There we go. All right, let's get this back up. There we go. All right, guys. That's Cardin's. Make sure I get his name correct. Uh, yeah, Cardin Thornwood. That was his one shot. Or session 0, you could say. Session 1, whatever you want to call it. That was his. So, really excited to kind of see. We got one more, it sounds like. So, man, there's so much that's gonna happen. Hey, if that one guy was still in here, I'm sorry, I wasn't able to really say anything to you. TBA the Reaper, thank you so much for mentioning the audio. Um, definitely, I've never noticed it before, and then I noticed it after you said that my audio was a lot quieter. So if you're still here, I just wanted to say thank you. Man, y'all, this is gonna be crazy. You said it too? Oh, okay. Thank you, friendly mom friend. But yes, man, all of these visions, like I think you had said something about going back and rewatching the streams. You totally should. I'm gonna get all of them uploaded on YouTube as well. I never did get coursers up, just the session. So I'll probably do that. I'm going on a vacation this week, and so once I get back, hopefully we can meet up with Rob, get his going, and then we'll be able to knock it out and get started. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, yeah, just one more, and then we'll have session 1. It's so hard not to want to talk about session 1 because there's gonna be so much. I feel like, although like I'm thinking like how much is in session 1, and I'm like, is there going to be too much, or like are we gonna get through what I think we're gonna get through? I don't know. I'm gonna try to keep party notes for everyone. Yeah. Well, that's very nice of you. I think we could. I think there's a way. I really want to do a better job at taking notes as well. So I'm hoping that I can try to give better notes, but there's never too much. Oh, I know there's never too much. It's just I want to do everything that's in my head for finishing session 1. I want to do it in session 1, and I don't know if we will. Although I don't know why I'm playing with these clippers, by the way. But I'm so like excited, I guess. I'm sure there's some AI tool. I bet there is. I'm gonna while I got it here, I'm going to send you some of the Make sure that you can't see everything on my screen. That would suck if I leaked the good stuff. I'm gonna send you everything, Gray, that was mentioned to you that I have here. I'll try to do it in order as well. Did you want like all of? Did you want just the talking parts? Yeah, friendly. We definitely do. We're getting pretty close. So I'm thinking it's probably, unless Rob is ready, like next weekend sometime, like next Saturday. I'm thinking we're probably not gonna get to start session 1 until maybe after Christmas. Uh, but we might. I mean, maybe we can get session 1 in right before Christmas. Um, so I don't know. It's just a thought. I assume the visions are the prison, but if they aren't, can you include? Yeah. I'll include. I'll just include all the good stuff. Do that real quick. And then I'm still working on the map. I'm struggling. Like I start on the map and then I don't like. I don't like what I end up doing. So then I redo it. But I promise I will have a map eventually. I've been neglecting my job. Okay, no worries. I'm about to end stream as well. So thank you guys for coming out and watching. I appreciate all of you that came tonight. And get ready because Rob's going to be next sometime soon. Just be on the lookout. If you're in my Discord, the Discord is probably the best way to find out. We didn't post anything about Grays in the Discord today because we were kind of like, hey, let's just do this today, you know. So I didn't get that I didn't get that posted, but typically the Discord is the best way to stay up to date on a lot of stuff. Yeah, no worries at all, Gray. Later, Kyle. Thanks for coming out. But normally, like if you're here and you want to get insider info or like all of the latest updates, like Discord is probably the best way. Okay. All right, one more. All right. See you guys. Good night. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.